I let my brother crash on my couch after a night out, and my boyfriend was furious because I should not let another man stay over. So I showed him the door instead. So my brother and I live in different parts of our country and only really see each other once every few months. He was going to be in my town from last Wednesday until Saturday evening. So we planned to go clubbing on Friday night with some friends. We hung out and came home around 4, and I only had one bed in my apartment, so my brother crashed on my couch. We both woke up a few hours later, grabbed lunch, and went to the airport, while my brother headed back to where he lives. After that, he texted me when his flight got in safely, and that was it. Now my boyfriend and I don't live together, but I stay at his place quite often, or he'll stay at mine. He usually works 2 weeks in, 2 weeks out, and he came home yesterday morning. So naturally, I was pretty excited to see him. I picked him up, and we came back to my place. Afterward, while chatting, I mentioned that my brother spent the night at my place, and he got kind of weird. I kind of prodded him to tell me what was up, because for the life of me, I couldn't figure what would cause him to go so quiet and sullen when just 5 minutes before we were having a flowing conversation. He told me it was nothing, so I left it, and then later I asked him again because he was still in a bad mood. He said that he didn't like the idea of another man staying at my place regardless of who it is, and that it will not be happening in future. I got really confused here because it's my brother sleeping on my couch for one night after we hung out. It's not some stranger or, hell, even a guy friend of ours. It's my brother. I laughed it off and said, "You can't be serious. You have to be joking." He got really angry and left my place. Last night I got an angry text saying that as his girlfriend I have to respect his wishes, and while I get respecting what your SO wants, compromise, the works, isn't this ridiculous? I responded asking him why my brother sleeping on my couch was so bad, and he said it just was, and that a proper girlfriend doesn't let other men stay over alone with her, and that it's incredibly disrespectful to him. More confusion from me because, again, this isn't some dude I brought home, it's my brother. I tried talking to him after this, but I got a message saying we'll talk when he's composed. What am I to do? I really love my boyfriend, but this is just confusing, and I don't know how to react. Update. Okay, so my boyfriend and I have been texting the past hour or so. He sent me a hey, and I was kind of in a pissy mood after he brushed me off last night, so I simply replied with, "Are you ready to talk?" He replied, "Okay," and so I asked him what the deal was with my brother sleeping on the couch. He's not some random guy from a bar. He's not even a guy friend. He's more than that. He's my brother. I grew up with him. There is absolutely no reason for him to worry or freak out in that situation, because it's my brother of all people. There is literally nothing threatening in that situation, not physically towards me or to our relationship. His response, "I just am not comfortable with that. I know it's your brother, but I think there are boundaries that should be in place. Why didn't he got back to the friend's place he stayed at on Wednesday and Thursday?" My response, "You're not answering my question and just telling me what you told me last night, me. Also, my apartment was closer to the club than his friend's place, him. We've been together for some time now, and I think that as a couple, it looks bad when you let other guys stay over regardless of who they are to you. I would never do something to you like that, and I think it's only fair that you reciprocate that. It's hard to explain things because I know you can't see them from my perspective. You shouldn't really need other guys so close with you. Why couldn't you just put your brother in a cab and send him on his way just like we'd normally do with all our other friends anyway? I have a meeting now, I'll talk to you later. Enjoy your day, babe. Bye." Update, 17 days later. So against better judgment, I did not immediately break up with my boyfriend. I tried convincing myself it was a one-time thing. Maybe he just had a rough patch and I tried pushing it down. I did tell my brother what happened, and he replied by saying he'd always thought my boyfriend and him were cool with each other at the very least. He then told me my boyfriend was nuts, and if I needed to crash for a few days, I could come on up to his end. So the rest of the week remained tense with my boyfriend, but closer to the weekend, it was relaxed-ish. We went on a date, hung out with some friends at a bar together, and yet for the life of me, I couldn't figure out reasons for his outburst. So on Sunday, I asked him again, "Now that you seem in a better mood, would it be so bad if I asked what was up last week?" And once again, mood went from friendly and relaxed to Arctic. He simply asked me if I had to keep bringing up bullshit when we were doing okay again. I got pretty angry at him and told him to leave my apartment. We talked last night, and I gave him an ultimatum, something I never expected to give in any relationship. Either you sit and try to talk this out with me like a rational person, no bullshit answers and no dodging questions, or we break up. Instead of having a conversation, he broke down and started telling me I was the best thing he's ever had, and that he has issues that he can't even begin to explain, and that he doesn't want to lose me. I told him that it was best if we didn't see each other anymore, and that he should leave my apartment. He left and spent almost 2 hours just sitting in his car in front of my place before leaving when it was close to 12. So yeah, we broke up. It sucks, but it had to be done.